हेलो, अस्सलाम वालेकुम, नमस्ते, सत श्री अकाल और गुड मॉर्निंग। मैं हूँ सिद्रा जाफरी और आप देख रहे हैं उठो जागो जियो का हमारा वीक 12 और एपिसोड 33। दैट्स राइट, हम पहुँच चुके हैं अपने सीजन फिनाले के फाइनल शो पे एंड आई एम वेरी एक्साइटेड दैट दिस शो स्टार्टेड। एज यू नो, दिस वाज अ पायलट शो जो हमें साउथ हॉल टीवी के साथ हमने एज अ जॉइंट विजन देखा था कि हमने स्कूल अवेकनिंग और साउथ हॉल टीवी ने टुगेदर एक सपना देखा था कि हम लोगों को उठाएं नींद से, जगाएं वक्त पे और हेल्प करें जीने के दिल से। That's why the show was called UTHO, JAGO, JEEYO, and it started with none other than Serena, who helped us in opening the show, being the bookmark of the show, and now Serena is the closing of the show, the bookmark of the show. So let's welcome Serena. Hello.
Hello, Sidra.
Hi.
You're looking very nice.
Thank you. I'm very happy, excited. You know, I haven't been a morning person.
I have to compliment you on that. You've done it.
Commitment.
Yes.
That's what we're talking about with Rowdy, the director. That's all about, you know, commitment. Having, doesn't matter how you show up, just show up.
Exactly.
You know, and the good thing is that we showed up.
Yeah, so we made it.
Yeah, so how do you feel?
I feel, I feel there's a change in me because it was an opportunity to get up at a good time, and also I think we had a dream, and that dream that we were able to fulfill on.
It's a similar dream to Martin Luther King had.
Yes.
No, Martin Luther King had the same dream, that he has a dream that one day his white brother will sit with the black brother and sisters, and I think that's what our dream is in the refined new day and age is, that the color, the culture, the caste, the age, nothing limits us. So we have a dream where every single being is respected, loved and appreciated exactly for who they are.
Absolutely.
I think we've achieved it in some ways.
I think we've achieved it in so many ways.
Yes.
What with UTHO, JAGO, JEEYO, we wanted to do something for the Asian community who didn't speak English, you know, because in English there's enough resources out there.
And people who didn't speak English, we helped them understand a different language, because yesterday's show actually, it was a little bit in English, and we had comments on the Facebook group saying, thank you so much for helping us understand another language. And that is so beautiful that even the barrier of language didn't stop us. You know, so many of our audiences back home who are watching doesn't speak Hindi or Urdu, but yet they are continuously committed to come and experience the language of soul, which is the language of light and love.
We had so many different cultural people, and on top of that, what was amazing was we wanted to bridge the gap between, you know, what was beyond religion, some extra resources we've got from the School Awakening, and bridge it to our everyday life experience.
So today's finale's topic is about activating your sound.
Yes.
So tell me, what does that mean to you, and how does it look like for you activating or finding your true voice? What does that look like in the real world?
I think that's different for everybody, but for me, I would say it's when you're able to express truly what you feel, and you're able to live that expression. And I would add to that, able to live that expression without guilt. Because guilt, I'm telling you, I've been doing, as you know, a lot of research, and I've realized a lot of people live in three things. Either they live in guilt, or they live in fear, or they live in doubt. Guilt, fear and doubt are not your friends. But we subconsciously accompany those three things and not be ourselves. I've been there, so I can vouch for that.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think sometimes, you know, it can, if we're honest, it can creep in, but it's knowing how to manage that.
Exactly, knowing how to manage that, and awareness, you know, as we say, let me product place it, is the final show, guys. And because, you know, I do this on Monday because I love that. I don't know if you watched TV, you know, Indian TV. And वहाँ पे एक आता था कि criminals को, most wanted people. And they used to put a picture and they say, गौर से देखिए इस इंसान को, ये इंसान ये है, वो है. And I want to use the same vibration of most wanted for the awakening. Genuinely, गौर से देखिए इस किताब को, because this will actually change the way you are looking at yourself, the way you are connecting with your friends and family, and most importantly, the way you are perceiving reality. You know, a lot of us, Serena, when we talk about finding your own voice, if you go a little bit deeper, you'll see that most people don't even know what this voice sounds like. You know, a lot of our voice sounds like our parents, our bosses, our religion. The words that come out of our mouths are so used and overused that it's lost its meaning. You know, I believe a lot of times the word I love you is the most over-promised and under-delivered word. You know, it's so easy to say it. Then when shit hits the fan, how do we respond to it?
And it's reminding me of when you spoke about having our own divine imprint and our own divine signature, because that's your true expression. When it's you, it kind of reminds me of the Rumi poem, though. You know, beyond all the right and wrong doing, you find yourself at your own truth, in your own field of dreams, you know.
Bilkul, exactly. It's the field of neutrality. It's the field of observation. And I think that's the first step to finding your voice, is to be, you have to be faithless, therefore trustworthy. And that's a beautiful phrase that I got from one of my favorite poems of all times. It's called the Invitation, you know, Oriah the Mountain Dreamer. And this verse, when she had written, you know, the verse said, it doesn't interest me what story you're telling me is true. I want to know if you can disappoint another and be true to yourself. If you can bear the accusation of betrayal and not betray your own soul. If you can be faithless, therefore trustworthy. And so many people said, what do you mean faithless? Faithless. How does faithless bring trust? And I say, that's exactly what being faithless means. It means that you are not hooked on to any faith. You're not hooked on to any belief system. You're not hooked on to any opinions. So you know that I can trust you because there is no attachment.
It's also being open, because I remember when I first heard that poem, and it just struck a chord in me. And I think every time you listen to it, it's kind of like getting back to your own truth each time, isn't it?
Exactly, and finding your own space, because the space that you have, nobody else will, nobody else does. It's like the uniqueness of your thumbprint. What do you think?
I think
you agree? Okay, guys, what do you think? You know, this is our last show, and for season 1, we're looking forward to coming back bigger and better. We're going back for 2 weeks break, and then as a spin-off, you'll see a lot of these ladies coming out on Southall TV and a lot more. So make sure you subscribe to Southall TV YouTube, and also sign up for the program itinerary, because that will be changing, and you'll be hearing a lot more from Southall TV and also from the people of School of Awakening, isn't it?
Absolutely. There's lots to share.
There's lots to share. So tell me, what's your favorite, because yesterday we were discussing with Zahra the favorite episode. What was your favorite part? Let's do some highlights since it's the last show and we're finding our true voice sound. What was your favorite part of the show, or which episode was your favorite?
You cannot pin me down in one episode.
Okay.
Because there were too many.
Okay.
But I especially liked lots of things, you know, when you were reciting some beautiful poetry, you were singing, and I think when we actually did a live ABC process,
we did,
and, you know, because it's one thing is talking about it, and we actually were able to do that. And I think in a funny sort of way, I actually enjoyed being on the hot seat. I enjoyed.
You love it.
Yeah, I enjoyed, you know, you putting me through that, and it was like, I sort, you know, it was really good. I sort of come out on the other side like
stronger and better, and having that courage as your middle name, and saying, you know what, doesn't matter what happens.
Give it your best shot.
Yeah, give it your best shot.
I shouldn't threaten you like that, but it's true.
but the truth is, that's how we learn. You know,
absolutely.
I feel a lot of times there's a fine line between pushing somebody into the deep end without having a little bit of doing due diligence, you know, if they'll survive or not. But in this space, even though we throw you in the deep end, there's an invisible safety net saying all is well, because this is our show. We are real people living the real changes, you know, having real conversations.
And that was one of the other reasons we did it, because I feel that, you know, I was one of those people, and I know I always say that because I say that to give others reassurance that, you know, if I can share my truth, then I would hoping that was going to inspire others to do that, and to show them that there are the ways and they can overcome it. So, you know, we were prepared to
to go there where nobody is. You know, people say there's a book called The Road Less Traveled.
Yes.
I think the time is changing so much. There's all the marks of the roads are now dissolving, and it's a brand new field, and you can weave any path that you choose to, and that is true for you.
Absolutely, and we're doing that.
Yes, we are. We are doing that. So guys, tune in, call us in on 0208-707-3227. Let us know what was your favorite part of the show. What did you like in the last 12 weeks? And when did you start being committed? Are you using the tools? And what is your plan from today onwards? Remember, this is not the end of UTHO JAGO JEEYO. Actually, this is the beginning of UTHO JAGO JEEYO as a lifestyle. And we want you to continue to immerse in this long after this time has gone, because the details that we have been sharing, the gems that we have been sharing, will really help you change constructively in your life. We will see you shortly after the break.
Cool Cakes Bakery of Kingsbury and Heston have now opened a new branch in North Harrow. Specialist in egg and eggless cakes, and now no added sugar cakes for birthdays, weddings, anniversaries and all special occasions. Our cakes contain no animal fat. Come and experience our delights at 547 Pinner Road, Harrow, HA26EQ. Call 0208 427 990. That's 0208 427 990. Or log on to coolcakes.co.uk. That's cool with a K, to design and order your cakes online. Cool Cakes, the masters of cakes.
Hilarious.
Wonderful.
She's the most beautiful woman in the world.
Chocoholic.
Compassionate. Always busy.
Fun, such good fun.
Loving.
Beautiful smile.
Funny, always funny.
Stubborn.
So embarrassing.
A very special person.
Selfless. Strong.
Tired.
Always bloated.
So tired.
Struggled to eat.
She always used to be full up.
She just often said, I don't feel right.
I wish I'd known.
I miss her. She's coming home today.
Ovarian Cancer Action has created the first dedicated scientific research centre in the UK, determined to find a cure.
With your help, all your sisters, daughters, grandmothers, wives and mums can keep on doing what only they do best.
Ovarian cancer, those words still haunt me. So please, help Ovarian Cancer Action continue their life-saving research so that others like me have a fighting chance.
To make a difference to families like these, we need your help now. Whether you want to help us by sharing the symptoms with other women, raising funds for our research and awareness work, or volunteering your time, working together, we can save lives.
Welcome to the School of Awakening. My name is Sidra Jafri and I'm the founder for the school. What would your life look like if you were truly living abundantly? How much would abundance really change your day-to-day life? What if there was a way to attract abundance whilst doing what you love to do? Here at SOA, we are getting ready to answer all these questions and many more at our most exciting abundance portal yet. where we will be live streaming for 2 days online live on the 9th and 10th of September, where you will receive the latest information on consciousness and how to live abundantly whilst releasing all the past trauma around money, scarcity and loss. Remember, great destiny doesn't happen by chance. It happens by making a decision and joining us at the Abundance Portal. So don't delay and book your spot now, as it is on the first come and first served basis. I look forward to connecting with you in an abundant life.
Hello and welcome back to our final half hour of UTHO JAGO JEEYO. I hope you have enjoyed this season as much as we have enjoyed it. So let us welcome back Serena. Hello.
Hi there.
Welcome back. You having fun today?
Absolutely.
We were discussing poetry, and we were having some great conversation on how poetry and verses really touch the heart. You know, बहुत सारी चीजें होती हैं जो आप एक जुमलों में कहना चाहते हैं वो आप कह नहीं पाते, लेकिन अगर आप वो शायरी में इस्तेमाल कर दें, so it says a lot. And I see that you love music and you love shairi. So tell me, Serena, we had discussed the songs before. So tell me, what's your favorite type of songs? You know, this is genres. People who love inspirational songs. We love love songs. What is it that you aspire to hear?
Well, it's all about the mood, and sometimes it's sher or shairi, as you talk about. I used to really like Noor Jahan songs.
Oh, nice.
Yes, that was one of my favorites. And like this, sometimes I like listening to the Krishna flute or bhajans. So it's or then sometimes, you know, you like your fast Bollywood music. Depends what mood you're in.
That's very true. And guys, the reason why we're having this conversation is because today's topic is all about finding your voice, finding your sound. And a lot of times हम सोचते हैं कि हमें sound जो है वो हमारे अंदर है. I believe the type of music you listen, you know, the type of poetry you recite, or type of comprehension you read, that's where your sound is. That's where your voice is. It's your voice in other people's words. So don't be afraid if you think you're not creative, or you don't have a good voice, or you don't have a good sense. But the type of music, the type of poetry you listen to really helps you shape your own voice. So on having your own voice, I want to recite something. Is that cool? Actually, I wrote this in 1996. So what year are we now? 2017. Wow. So it's like, God knows, a lot of years ago. But it was on courage. You know, it was on courage, and it was about finding the love with courage. So you ready?
Yes.
You ready? I hope the people who doesn't understand Urdu or English feel the vibration of it, and you'll hear what I'm saying with the sound of my voice. Yeah? It says, Dil mein na ho jurrat to mohabbat nahi milti. Dil mein na ho jurrat to mohabbat nahi milti. Khairat mein itni badi daulat nahi milti. कुछ लोग यूं ही शहर में हमसे भी खफा हैं, कुछ लोग यूं ही शहर में हमसे भी खफा हैं, हर एक से अपनी भी तबीयत नहीं मिलती. वो देखा था जिसको मैंने कोई और था शायद, देखा था जिसको मैंने कोई और था शायद, वो कौन है जिससे तेरी सूरत नहीं मिलती.
My God, absolutely.
Did you like it? Thank you. So this was about having a courage and finding your own voice and being your own person, and it's okay not to get on with everybody. You know, that's one of the most important things that I want to invite people to understand, that it's okay to fall out with people. It's okay to have tiffs with people. It's okay to be upset with people, because I feel a lot of times, Serena, when we go onto the journey of consciousness, we think that we all have to be loving and kind and compassionate at all times. And I think that's one of the biggest myths that people buy into in the world of spirituality. You know, a lot of people go through through towards spirituality to avoid reality. And I'm saying no, your sound means that you can be angry, you can be sad, you can be upset. It's all an expression. It's like a palette. You know, you go to a restaurant and there's a buffet and you have pizza and you have korma and you have biryani and you have all these nice menus, and you can have it all. You know, it's not that you can't have. What do you think?
Well, what I really like about that is that it was really, I was lost in that thought. But you were talking about when we don't have to be stuck with one choice. I remember now. It's what I find is I find that like meditation, when you can come out of yourself and you give yourself a chance to observe yourself, because that gives me the opportunity to. I have a little analogy which makes me has advanced my understanding of life a bit better. It's a bit rough around the edges at the moment, but it's like, I see myself as an alien, and I've come to visit on this planet, and that
like
way,
PK.
Yes, PK, absolutely. So
PK
so what that helps me is it's not allowing me, like we'd have running the abundance portal. You've told us to be abundance in our emotions and our thoughts.
Expressions.
Exactly. So what I find with that is that it's allowing me not to get caught up in, you know, what's happening, and just to step outside. And it's just, it's like poetry, you know, you can step outside of it. And like I had a normal situation where I was telling you that the contractor was getting upset with me, we had a disagreement, and he was getting personal. But I genuinely, through this work, was feeling, I felt the love for him, and I thought he looked so cute.
I love it. So you reminded me of another shade. You know, today is a shairi day, so be careful, guys. If you, by the way, I was speaking to the director behind the scenes. If you are interested in bedbazi or mushaira or any kind of literature vibration that helps you expand your mind, so let us know. We might have a program for you where we will engage in poetry, engage in the expansion of the mind. And the reason why I'm saying this is because what you were saying reminded me of how we all have our own code words, you know, our code book, and as long as we stick with our code book, that's what matters. And the verse that says around it, it says that आदाब-ए-मोहब्बत के तकाज़ों की बदौलत, आदाब-ए-मोहब्बत के तकाज़ों की बदौलत हम काबिले नफरत से भी नफरत नहीं करते. You know, so that doesn't matter what the other person is saying or doing, but we have a value matrix that says that, you know what, the laws of the love says that we must love everything that is in front of us, and you can love to hate it, you can love to scream at it, you can love to be angry, but the vibration that you start everything is love.
Absolutely. It's the answer to everything.
It is. You know, they say if war is the answer, you're asking the wrong question. You know, change the question. As the book says, once again, in Ask Quality Questions, that's what we talk about. So, and a question empowers and an answer disempowers. So always stay in question of how can this be better? What else is possible? If you have a situation and you're feeling upset and angry at that situation, before you start feeling it, stop and see, what else other meanings are possible in this?
And it's just such a beautiful point of view to be at, because, you know, that's just a waste of emotion, a waste of time, you know, when you're spending on that non-serving stuff, and when your day just goes much better.
When your energies are focused on something constructive. And I feel that's why finding your own voice is so important, so you know what sound do you want to radiate, what is it that you want to express, because it's very easy to judge people outside. You know, a lot of times I feel, जब हमने शुरू किया था ये show, हमने care for depression पे हमने बात की थी, and we talked about how depression is a result of loneliness, and a lot of times we are lonely is because we're comparing our lives with other people's show reel. You know, we're comparing our behind the scenes with other people's show reel, and we're feeling, oh, इन सबकी ज़िंदगी तो बहुत अच्छी है, मेरी ज़िंदगी खराब है, और मेरी किस्मत खराब है, और मेरे साथ, and we go through that spiral of I'm the only one who is in that mess. Everybody else's life is amazing. इस पे एक और शेर अर्ज किया, आज बहुत जोर से शायरी आई है. वो कहते हैं कि जो सांस से निकली है वो धुन सब ने सुनी है, जो सांस से निकली है वो धुन सब ने सुनी है, जो सांस पे गुजरी है वो सिर्फ उसको पता है.
Yes.
And just violin, it's like, I'll translate this, that the sound that you hear from a violin or an instrument coming out, everybody hears that sound. But how the violin feels whilst it's being played, only the violin knows. You know कि जो अंदर का जो हाल है, वो कहते हैं ना कब्र का हाल तो मुर्दा ही जानता है, जो अंदर का हाल है वो आप ही जानते हैं और आपने ही अपनी वॉइस को फाइंड आउट करना है. What do you think?
Only you know. I'll translate for the English.
Yes,
only you know what you're going through, and only you know what you feel and what you want.
So we were talking about your favorite songs and the genres. For me personally, I love songs. You know, the deeper, the more cheesy, the more crazy the songs are, the more excited I become. Because I tell you why. Because a lot of times sounds really, or the songs really represents your deepest, darkest inner feelings that you would never dare to express, but you put that song on and listen and imagine you're there.
Absolutely. It's a very good pick me up.
Yes, a very good pick. Do you have you made a list? I have a list called my pick me up songs. They're like regular ritual songs that I have to listen to just get myself back in the zone.
Yeah, I do that myself.
You do? So which one's your favorite? Daily ritual?
Daily ritual. I have many. You know, sometimes I'll even put Bhangra songs on because they have a very high tempo. I just go through different ones. I do have some Bollywood ones. There's that Shah Rukh Khan one and Pooja Bhatt one.
Chahat na hoti.
Yeah, that's the you. Chahat na hoti to kuch bhi na hota.
Chahat na hoti to kuch bhi na hota. Yes.
Tu dharti pe.
Tu dharti pe chahe jahan bhi rahegi. I love that song. That is so beautiful. You know? My favorite is my morning. Every day I listen to almost same songs, boring like that, but every day those songs remind me. And one of my favorite songs is Tu Na Jane Aas Paas Hai Khuda. You know, it's really such a beautiful song. It reminds you कि जब ये मिट जाते हैं सबके निशान पर एक वो मिटता नहीं. मान ले जो हर मुश्किल में मर्जी मेरी. And that really helps me stay on track and saying no matter what the day is bringing me, I know that if I accept all experiences as divine's will, I'll always be okay.
Absolutely. And it also is like, you know, when you're feeling things perceptibly aren't going well or you're alone, it's just reminding you that God's in everything. You know, He's in the breeze, He's in that flower. And, you know, I like going into the elements and you just never feel alone.
It reminds me of a story.
Okay.
You know, एक दफ़ा एक Buddhist monastery में सारे जो बहुत साल हो गए थे तो सारे जो अब ना उनमें गड़बड़ होनी शुरू हो गई थी. They were fighting with each other. Authority was an issue. It happens a lot. You know, in an organization, if it's missing a core leader, then things kind of dissipate. It disintegrated. So teams were being disintegrated. So there was one of the head monk. He was really upset. Now he didn't know why the monastery is not keeping the legacy of the Buddha. So he decided to go and see a seer, you know, someone that clairvoyant, someone who has a vision. So he travels far, you know, across the globe, and he goes and he sees the seer. And he asks the seer, he says, the seer, why is this happening in my monastery? You know, I'm feeling as a leader, I don't know how to help these people, remind them Buddha's teachings, Buddha's training. And the seer smiled and said, what you don't know, that the Lord Buddha is hiding amongst you. He said, what? He said, yes, the Lord Buddha is hiding amongst you and you don't know it. Now he traveled back and then he gave that message to all the monks and said, you know what, you don't know. The seer said that amongst all of this, one of you is Lord Buddha, and you don't, and the Lord Buddha is in disguise, so you won't know which one is it. And that really clicked the monks. So what they did, they started thinking, oh, Brother Pufi, he's very grumpy. Oh, sister this, she's very stubborn. You know, and then they started saying, oh, what if that's the Lord Buddha testing us? What if she's the Lord Buddha testing us? And then they started respecting, they started seeing each other as if they're talking to Buddha. And sooner rather than later, things started to change, and the harmony, the respect and love got back into the monastery, which was lost.
I love that because it's like seeing the divine, we always say, and when you're on that vibration of love and you're thinking about good things, and that's where the poetry comes in, and that's where the music comes in, and life's good.
Yeah, life is really good, which means that, guys, you have to share your favorite songs, what inspires you, because I feel music is the best way to express, you know, to express how you're feeling. It really reflects on your mood, and a lot of times if you're feeling sad, you listen to sad songs, you go even sadder. You know, if you're feeling happy, you listen to your favorite song, you go really, really expressive. So the music is sound, you know, activating your sound. Everything begins with a sound, and it's important to find your sound.
Very true.
You know, this reminds me again, sorry, I'm on a roll today. This reminds me of one more thing, why the importance of the sound. You know, in the old African village, this will be very helpful for those who are in conscious conception unit at School of Awakening. You know, as we're doing a research in conceiving new life consciously, creating conscious destinies. And when I was researching that, how come the eras, you know, they saw the great Jabir bin Hayat, you know, the great scientists, the great mathematicians, the great alchemists, and what was different in those times and what is different in these times. And what I found, Serena, is the motherhood and the way they used to see their children in old African times. When they wanted to have a baby, the father and the mother, potential father and the mother, would go into the forest and start chanting a sound, start singing a song. They call upon the soul of their baby through singing that song. And then when the mother conceives and the mother is delivering the baby, the people of the village will circle around and start chanting the sound to help the baby to recognize, come out of the birth canal. And the same thing happened when the person is dying, that all the family members gather around and singing the same sound to help the baby out of that portal.
That's amazing. It's like the sound of that soul.
Exactly, your soul signature. What is the sound upon which you rode into this earth? The sound you came with is the sound you go out with. But we don't pay attention to these things. You know, a lot of times we get lost in the mundaneness of life. We have to pay the bills, we have to feed the children, we have to pay the mortgage. We all have to do that. You know, that's nothing. I don't believe that's the purpose of life. I don't believe we were born on this plane to go to school, then go to university, then find a partner, get a job, get married, have a mortgage, have a rent, pay for your students, pay for your kids' university. If you can't pay, the kids pay a loan, take a loan out, which they spend next 10-20 years paying off the education loan. And if you look at it outside of it as a wheel of life, it just keeps going in the same, it's like a treadmill. You know, no matter how much you run on a treadmill or you bicycle, you're still in the same room. And we are in the room of a caller. Hello to JAGO JEEYO.
Hi, UTHO JEEYO. This is Anjali.
Hello, Anjali.
How are you?
Very well. How are you?
I'm very well. I am absolutely loving your show. A lot of gems. Thank you so much, Sidra and Serena. I don't have a question. I wanted to just share something. You know, one of my friends, I'm not going to mention name because it's a delicate subject. One of my friends yesterday, she was going through some back pains, and we did an ABC because I've been to you and I've seen how profound the ABC, how it works. So, I mean, I'm not sure if I was doing it right, but I remember you saying that, you know, don't worry about getting it right, just get it started. So I did it with her, and we did an ABC on her back pain, and obviously we got to the root of the problem. It was quite an emotional time, and she released. And that when we started the process, the back pain was number 10, as in that's how intensity of the pain. And then by the time we finished, it was number 3. And this morning she's woken up and she says it's only hardly there. It's barely 1 or 2.
Wow.
And her sharing and what she felt was that, you know, so many times that because we can't see it, we don't we don't believe it. So she goes, we just assume, right? And she goes, she went to the doctors and she got, you know, a pack full of painkillers, really, really high dosage of painkillers. And she's saying that painkillers she bought yesterday, she didn't even have to take them. So, you know, the pain has reduced immensely.
That's amazing. And I want to respect the painkiller industry as well, because a lot of times, you know, what I believe is not everything is for everyone. That's why we have variety of tools. That's why you have ABC, you have paracetamol, you have this, you have that. There's all so many different. Notice I only knew paracetamol. You know what I'm saying to so many of us are so used to of just one solution. You know, you have pain, go and get painkillers. You have this, you have a problem in your organ, go and get the organ removed. I'm saying to you that maybe, just maybe, there's another way. Maybe, just maybe, if you open your mind, you find another route of finding solution. You know, just like if you want to reach to a destination, you don't have just way. You can fly there, you can walk there, you can take the train, you can get a car. There's so many modes of transportation to get you to the destination. Same is with healing. If you have an issue and your destination is healing, you can take so many routes. Just don't confuse a way as the way.
Wow, yes.
But for me, ABC is the way because it's accessing body's consciousness. And once you access body consciousness, if your consciousness says, you know, right here, right now, I need medicine, then you go for it. If you're accessing body's consciousness, say, right here, right now, all I need is an infusion of light and I'll be okay. All I need is an acceptance of my emotional issues and I'll be okay. So whatever your body's consciousness is guiding you, I feel follow that path. No amount of doctor, no amount of healer, no amount of consultant knows how it feels to be you. It's a unique chemical interaction. You know, we can give you suggestions, and I'm really happy that your friend got facilitated by this way.
Yeah, and I think it was just what she was saying, as in, you know, because like you just said, that there's only one way we assume, right? And because we can see the paracetamol, we can see the Panadol or the painkiller, we assume. But with the ABC, because we can't see, it's all imagination. She goes, it's amazing. She goes, I didn't believe in it until it actually worked for me, thinking, oh my God, these things actually work, because she couldn't see it. We believe in the seeing.
I want to say something on unseen, because a lot of fear and faith both requires you to believe in something you can't see. You can't see fear either, then how do you know it's there? You can't see anxiety, then how do you know it's there? You're imagining anxiety. Do you get it? Because you can't see it, you can't. So my point is, for the unseen issues, the solutions should be unseen too. When you see a problem, maybe that's when you use the seen solution.
Okay.
Yes?
Yeah, makes sense.
So what I'm saying to your friend is the process that she says that she can't see, it's imagining. If you go into the problem, that's imagination as well.
Yeah, that's true.
Both sides is imagination. It's how you are using that imagination dictates how you feel about a situation.
Fantastic. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for calling.
Okay, bye-bye.
Lots of love. Bye-bye. So, what's your take on it? Unseen issues, unseen solutions. Somebody just said, just because you can't see it doesn't mean it's not there.
Mind you.
Yeah, I think I said it.
Yeah, you said it. So, what I really like about that is, I think I used to have an automatic way, like you were saying about the paracetamols of dealing with things, and you know what, it wasn't, for me it wasn't working. So I've liked over the years that, you know, done ABC, and sometimes, you know, I'll try something a bit different, you know, to complement it with. But for me, that's the only thing that interests me, because it's like I'm more connected to myself if I'm actually asking myself those questions rather than numb it down and not connect. That kind of doesn't work with me, especially now when we're surrounded by a lot of the success stories and a lot of the tools. For me, it's also the only way. And to be honest with you, and I say this on a camera, that I have not had a paracetamol for maybe 4 or 5 years.
Wow.
I just don't, and I do know if I can, you know.
That's good. And again, please don't. I'm not. Be careful here. Let's be careful here, because we are caring for the body, right? Absolutely. And for some people, maybe that's the way. For some people, maybe surgery is the way. For some people, maybe that route is more convenient. Because remember, Surina, the route that we are offering is not convenient. It's not the path of fainted hearts. You know, it's the path of courage, which is why we say wear courage as your middle name, because you will be pushed to face those demons where you have repressed so conveniently, buried deep down in the dungeons, and imagine that it doesn't exist. But how do you know that it's there? In the shape of your backache, in the shape of your anxiety, in the shape of your little fears, panic attacks. Those giveaway are there. And I'm saying to us, before you go and hit that tablet, or before you go and take that, stop and ask yourself, if there was an event that is creating this, where would it live in my body? You know how we were saying about ABC, having that accessing body's consciousness will give you an idea of where to move your consciousness. I say move it to School of Awakening and Southall TV, yes, because we're coming together. I'm telling you, I'm so excited as this pilot show comes to a complete. There's so many more shows that will come in Hindi, in English, in Punjabi, in Urdu. I would say in VBL, in vibrational linguistics. We will come together and bring you a 24-hour jam-packed, you know, edutainment programs. I don't know if our director agrees with it, but we believe that this platform is all about edutainment, education and entertainment together, giving you a complete holistic view and choices. You know, this space, I believe, is all about choices. Every decision you make is a result of what choices you are taking.
And it's you could probably explain the word consciousness a bit better than me, but it's doing that through entertainment, because, you know, we know at the School of Awakening, for me, why I'm a student, because it's more fun and we're laughing and joking, and I'm enjoying education for once in my life. And then the programs, we do all the night classes, you know, we're laughing and joking, and for me, it's like I've joined some Harry Potter school or something.
I love it. Yes,
like magic.
I think I would say better than Harry Potter, because it's real.
Yes,
and it's we can see, touch, feel each other, use the prayers and see the result of those prayers. Absolutely. So it's much more real than anything that we have experienced, because we're living, breathing in this consciousness, and together we stand in these times. You know, when I was coming, my assistant was telling me that there's so many deaths that are happening even within our group. Someone's family member is passing away, someone's, you know, friend is passing away, and the reason why we created this community, we came together as a joint vision for these times, because times like this, everything is uncertain except our love for you, except our care for you. And you can pick up the phone anytime you want on 0207 993 4336, where a care companion will be more than happy to just hold you space. If we can't solve your problems, we'll offer you tissues and probably, you know, give you some meditation from School of Awakening, so you can calm yourself down and pass that times, because times change all the time. Everything that starts has a finish.
And it's like, if by the God's grace, the programs our intention is to bring forward, it's kind of like that support line 24 hours as well as the care line. Because I certainly know within the community, it's like I've got a new family. So it's like one person will say, right, you need help with this, you teach me that, and I'll teach you this.
Yes, an exchange.
And I'm like, I'm, you know, got that support to work in all the areas. And I know there's some exciting things coming up as well. We have some exciting friends who do some wonderful things, don't we?
That's
like
right.
Harmony and all.
That's right. Thank you very much for being with us, Serena, being the bookmarks of the show. Our time here is coming to a complete. Thank you once again for initiating this, because you're the one who actually introduced us to Rowdy, to the Southall TV. So I want to take a moment and say special thank you for your care, because without care, a lot of times when we are caring for people, the biggest frustration I have is people don't know what they're missing out. And I'm so grateful that I took your lead and be here, and together we'll create a most amazing platform for everyone. You know, that like Southall TV says, local station global reach. I totally agree with School Awakening is exactly the same. I believe it's the largest hub, fastest growing hub of consciousness, where we have members from Australia, from Canada, from India, from Spain, from USA. There's so many people in so many countries all coming together in one hub of consciousness. You said describe consciousness is awareness, what you know, and our job is to help you expand your knowingness. So thank you so much once again.
Welcome.
So, thank you so much once again, watching, immersing, engaging, calling us, giving us feedback. Please continue to give us feedback. The Facebook group UTHO JAGO JEEYO is very much alive, and our moderators will keep you posted with what's coming after this and what is next for UTHO JAGO JEEYO and Southall TV and all these wonderful, lovely guests that we have had and people who share. We will come back bigger, better, and much larger. This is the final time I'm saying this is Sidra Jafri. Actually, let me end with the beginning. Hello, Assalamu alaikum, Namaste, Sat Shri Akal, and good morning. मैं हूँ सिद्रा जाफरी और आप देख रहे हैं final episode of season 1 of UTHO JAGO JEEYO, and we bid you goodbye. Thank you. Keep watching Southall TV.
Cool Cakes Bakery of Kingsbury and Heston have now opened a new branch in North Harrow. Specialist in egg and eggless cakes, and now no added sugar cakes for birthdays, weddings, anniversaries, and all special occasions. Our cakes contain no animal fat. Come and experience our delights at 547 Pinner Road, Harrow, HA26EQ. Call 0208 427 990. That's 0208 427 990. Or log on to coolcakes.co.uk. That's cool with a K, to design and order your cakes online. Cool Cakes, the masters of cakes.
Welcome to the School of Awakening. My name is Sidra Jafri and I'm the founder for the school. What would your life look like if you were truly living abundantly? How much would abundance really change your day-to-day life? What if there was a way to attract abundance whilst doing what you love to do? Here at SOA, we are getting ready to answer all these questions and many more at our most exciting Abundance Portal yet, where we will be live streaming for 2 days online live on the 9th and 10th of September, where you will receive the latest information on consciousness and how to live abundantly whilst releasing all the past trauma around money, scarcity, and loss. Remember, great destiny doesn't happen by chance. It happens by making a decision and joining us at the Abundance Portal. So don't delay and book your spot now, as it is on the first come and first served basis. I look forward to connecting with you in an abundant life.